Hey y'all, I'm Rio, and welcome to another episode of Coloring Passports. Today we are tackling the tiger shark. Let's get into it.
Beautiful, beautiful shark. No idea what I'm going to do in the background here, so I think we're going to dive right into the shark. So let's do it. Okay, so I'm pulling some of these, the jade green, which I know, yeah, look at that. That's awesome. We're going to need some of the blue grays, the yellow grays. Not too much on the yellow gray. These guys are deeper water, so we're gonna I'm looking at my reference photo. Sharpening these pencils. Let's get to it. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is grab the 20% cool gray, and we're gonna get right into. We're falling. Hold, please. Pencils dropping. Pencils dropping. Okay, we're gonna get up here and get right into. We're going to get right into this here. I'm going to come in and just lightly color this entire area here. Woo. With this 30% cool gray. No, 20% cool gray out of the Prismacolor set. I just need to lay down some color. I'm not too concerned about, whether it's the exact color or not. I just need to lay down some color, and I want it to be lighter, obviously a higher value than what we're going to finish up with. So I'm going to come in here, and I know that right here behind his eye there's going to be some shadow, so I'm just going to come up with the exact same color, and I'm just going to add another layer. And then right here we're going to add another layer where this is curving under, up here under his mouth. I'm going to add a little bit of color there, and up here where his nose is and all of that, I'm going to add just a touch of color up here too. So we want a little bit of color up there. Now this is going to be sunken in just a touch right here, so we're going to add a little bit more color right here. It's really remarkable how one colored pencil, if you just adjust the pressure and you adjust the way you put the color down, will make all the difference in the world for the painting. So we're going to do a little bit darker right here underneath his gill plate, and obviously he's got all of these wonderful stripes here, which is why they call them a tiger shark. Okay, so we're going to come in and we're going to make those a lot more evident with this color first, and then we're going to add a color on top of it, just like we always do. So this area here is kind of a shadow area underneath his pectoral fin. Definitely so. We've got the remora here, traveling companion. Going to get him colored up just a little bit with some of this. Then we're going to find a bluer gray to work that into the equation. So I feel like this part of his back's a little bit darker here. We're going to go a little darker here. We're going to go a little darker here. going to put that one down. Let's grab another color. We're going to go 50% cool gray here. Oh yeah, that's the color. That's the color of his tiger stripes. We're going to come up here with the 50% cool gray. It's got a little more blue color to it. I'm going to come up here and we're going to load this dorsal fin up with some color here. Not the whole thing though. We kind of want it streaky. You know, you kind of want it streaky. And don't worry if you color outside the lines. I color outside the lines all the time. We'll fix that later. So we're going to make this pectoral fin here. That color. Oh, I may have colored that a little too dark right there. My bad. So we definitely, this we're going to grab a 30% warm gray. I want this to be a little bit of a different color of, there we go. A little bit of a different color of gray. This one's a red gray. Okay. We'll eventually come in here with some watercolor and knock this out in a hurry. These sharks, I don't think, take too long to block in. And you can kind of color erratically because they have marks on them. These guys are rough. They live rough lifestyles. How's that looking on the screen? Not too bad. Not too bad. I'm going to put the warm gray down. I'm going to pick the cool gray back up again. And I'm actually going to look and see if I can find the 70% cool gray. Because we want to start darkening all of this up. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, so I'm switching gears here. I've got this roughed in and it does look rough, but I'm thinking, what if I come in and I start painting some color on the background here? And I don't even need it to be perfect because I want to take a stencil over the top of this and see what happens. So I've got some old watercolor paint here that I squeezed out of a tube, and any of the blues will work if you want to follow suit with this. It's kind of a blue-gray color. It's kind of dingy and dirty, but I'm okay with that because I want to come in with another pattern over the top of this just to see what's happening. Let's check the back side. Nope, we're good. I love this paper, y'all. Now, I'm not getting it soaking wet because it is not watercolor paper. It is thicker paper and does pretty well, but it's not watercolor paper. And it's okay if you get some of this blue color on the shark itself, because it's not a big deal, because we're gonna you want some of that reflective light on there anyway. And then, ooh, actually, wow, that's awesome. Yes, look at that. Okay, don't get nervous. We're gonna come back in and we're gonna paint some more over this. And I've just got water in my little squeezy brush here. a dirty palette and I'm literally just laying down a color. And you don't have to do this with watercolor. If you want to do it with your colored pencils, you can color the entire background with the colored pencils. I am impatient and want it done right now. So that's what this is. And I'm going to make this darker because this is his shadow. Like how cool that is. Oh my gosh. And again, I'm coloring outside the lines. No big deal. It's a shadow. Shadows aren't perfect. So as I come out over here, we're going to get a little bit whiter. A little more of this white right here that I've got. And this is literally just white gouache. I always have some white gouache available. I would like for these to turn into 1-hour studies. Gonna paint a little bit over this, a little bit over that, and then I'm gonna come back in with the watercolor pencils and kind of clean all this up. That's what's gonna happen. If you get too much, get too carried away, you can just do that. I'm just really curious as to what it'll look like with these stencils, because I have new stencils and I want to try them. That's what these books are for. You get to try all kinds of new products and new techniques out. And then when you do the big one, your big finished piece based on your study, these are called studies, then you know where you're going with it. And it's fun, and then you don't feel like you're messing things up. Don't know where my lid is. Okay, so we've got that. So we're gonna let this dry real quick. Okay, let's let it dry. We'll be right back. Okay, so I'm kind of getting ahead of myself here, but I just want to play in this particular, on this particular page. These sharks are, you know, they're pretty much all the same colors, and I know that shark experts are going to argue with that, but so I am looking for ways to make these as exciting as possible. I'm also looking for ways to play in this and expand on what I do artistically. So I got these stencils from Temu. That place got me addicted, I'm telling you. I love that store. Okay. So anyway, I am going to lay these down, and this could make or break this. This could absolutely just completely, I might be so sad after I do this, but I want to try. So I'm thinking the peacock blue is going to be really intense. This is where I start to get nervous, because I don't know what I'm doing. This is the cerulean blue. Let's just do cerulean blue. Let's see what it does. So if I lay this down on here, my goal is to trace these shapes. Paper's still a little bit wet, but I think it'll be okay. I'm not, patience is not my best virtue. I just think this is going to be fun. I just want to see. I want to see what it looks like. What does it look like if we add these things to it? And then what I'll do is I'll go in with the And maybe I don't do it with this color. Maybe I do it with like the grayish brown, the grayish color. I don't know. So here we go. There's this one. Here's this one. Just gonna keep tracing around. I'm not going over the shark. I just want this in the background. This might be too wild. I don't know. I get nervous. I'm nervous. Are you nervous? I'm nervous. Don't be nervous. It's gonna be okay. Don't be nervous. It's gonna be all right. We're gonna work it out. It's gonna be great. Are you nervous? I'm nervous. Oh my God. Okay. Are you nervous? Yeah. Well, let's see here. Oh my goodness. I can't tell where. Okay, so this is like part of that. So this is, yeah, and then this is also part of it. So that's, and I'm trying to just kind of like, you know, have some marks in there where it's like, oh yeah, wow, that would be. Oh my gosh, I was just choking on my own spit. Don't worry, I'm good. I'm so good. I'm so good. I'm so good there. Okay, so maybe it should have been that only where the paint strokes were is where I did the funfetti looking stuff, because that's kind of how this feels. This feels like a birthday party exploding on the page here. I'm suddenly regretting all of my life decisions by doing this. Let's see here. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Are you scared? I'm not scared. I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for asking. Okay, so that there, that to there, and then this to there. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh! That's actually kind of cool. Oh, yeah, that's kind of cool. Okay, so maybe we survived it. Maybe it's not terrible. So this is the, good Lord. I've used this so much. This is the slate gray. Right over the top. Oh yeah, okay. That's not terrible. That's not terrible at all. The slate gray's not bad. Oh, it's gross when you do. Yeah, no, don't ignore me. Got to do the lighter color on the bottom first. So let's get in here and let's color this. It would actually be easier just to paint it, but that's okay. We're gonna do this. Now we're gonna come right over the top of this with the slate gray. Oh, are we filming? Yes, we're filming. Okay, sorry. This is kind of fun, right? Whew. Okay, I need to sharpen my pencil. It's too sharp, too dull. Look at that. Get to it. Okay, so I'm gonna come in here. I'm taking my cerulean, and I am getting after this. I wonder what it looks like if I use the blending stick, because you know that's something new for this series is the colorless blender with Prismacolor, and it's not new for them, it's new for me, because you know this is something I've never used art supplies like this before. Classically trained painter. So this has been kind of fun for me. Okay, so the other thing that I like is that I find myself asking questions in the middle of it. So I'm not wrapped around the axle about it has to be perfect and, you know, whatever. I'm not crazy like that about all of this. It's just a thing. Just finishing up the marks on the page. Ooh, that's kind of fun. Okay, it looks really chaotic. Hey, stick with me here. Okay, that's kind of cool. So now let's see what happens when we go over the top of these with this. I don't know. I don't know. This page might be a complete do-over. I may have to take this page out of the book and get another book and take the fresh page out and start completely over. Oh my goodness, this is insanity. Wow. Okay. It's time to regroup. I'm not a fan. I don't like it. Let's see. Do I like it if I do this? Ooh, nope. Probably not. Nope. Don't like it if I do that. Do I like it if I use this one? Oh, that's not terrible. Okay, y'all, I just realized the camera wasn't on because it happens sometimes. But I'm taking this light cerulean blue hue and I'm just coloring over the background here and then it's making the shark pop up, and then we're going to come in with some watercolor paint and make this shark dance and just be dazzled, and it's going to be fun. I like it. I'm liking the background. It's fun. And maybe I'll outline it with the white gel pens. I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. We'll see what happens. So we just need to get in here and color on top of this background. And it's an interesting thing what it's like to color on top of the watercolor and the gouache that's already down. It really takes it takes the colored pencil very well. I like it a lot. So I like it a lot. I needed that wash of color down there to make this work. So I think it's going to be good. There's not much of the pilling going on from the pencils. And again, this is just a total abstract-y background. I just wanted to play and see what it looked like. And see how that color is making the shark pop? I like it. And yeah, it's a little chaotic and a little busy, but I'm okay with it. I'm going to turn the pencil on its side, try to get this done faster. Okay, I'm going to just turn this off, and when we come back, this background will be done. Okay, so we've got the background kind of getting blocked in here. I'm coming in with some of the watercolor colors here because I feel like the paint over these is going to be a good solution. So I'm out of space. Let me put these right here. I don't know if you can see them, but no, you can't. Okay, it's okay. So I have this palette here that's just the same old dirty palette we've been using for the entire time here. A few different colors. I've got some white gouache on my brush already. I'm grabbing some of these individual colors here. I'm going to come over here and get some of my other colors activate here. Oh, I like that. Okay. I know I'm kind of obsessed about the background, but I just feel like I'm on the verge of understanding something here. Kind of cool. So bear with me while I work this out. Being classically trained as a photorealist, things like this are playing in the paint sometimes is very challenging for me, and this is what these books are all about, is the opportunity to experiment and play in the supplies, to learn new things, to try new techniques. So without it being critical on a great big painting, because if this was on a big painting, I'd be so stressed out right now, because I would be telling myself I have no clear vision of where this is going. And I'd be very anxious. But this is fun. I'm literally just playing in the paint. And you don't need a stencil to do this. You can draw your own squiggles on here if you want, or you can just do your background however you want to. You never are obligated to do it the way I've done it. Never. Okay, I need to clean my brush. Oh, I see the problem. My brush actually has... I need to put more water in my brush. Hold, please. I'll be right back. Oh, my God. Okay, so we're kind of still waiting for this to dry. That's the update here. I think it's going to be cool. I like what's going on here. So I'm going to grab some more of this candy blue color. And I'm going to just come up here and lay it in. This is either going to be cool or a complete epic fail. And I'm okay with either one of them as a response to playing in the paint. It's all fun. It's all good. Okay. Oh, I kind of do like that, actually. It's not terrible. Gonna come over here because see, I've still got some paint drying on the shark itself, so I'm gonna come up here, and this looks really high value, but I think it will dry a little more transparent, and it'll kind of just fade into the blue that it's on top of, and it should be a really nice transition color. And because this is more pop arty, we're going to put it everywhere instead of paying attention to the background sinking in and all those things that I would have to think about if I was doing this photorealistically. Oh my gosh, this is so much fun. Leave a comment for me below and let me know what you did with your background if you're following along in your book with this. What? Look at, oh, I'm liking this. This is fun. This is fun. Oh, that's my kitty. That's Thor. He's in the studio, so y'all are going to hear him because he won't leave me alone today. It's super windy here today, and he loves to go outside all day, every day, and play in the yard. He chases bugs and plays with the leaves, but when it's super windy, he wants me to play with him, and today's an in the studio day, so you're about to meet my cat. One of them. We have 3. Okay. We're about to get the coverage on this that I'm looking for. Paper's curling a little bit, but I like it. Feels like the journal page is getting done. In hindsight, I wish I would have been brave and just put this color down first and let it be bright and colorful. So maybe on the next one we will do that. I could have been braver than I was. That's a fact. I could have been braver than I've been here. Oh, because, yeah, see how pretty that color is by itself? That would have been really nice. Okay. So, let's see if we can add a little bit more of this up here. This is an opaque color, but watercolor is not nearly as opaque as gouache, and I don't have my gouache palette out. I just have the watercolor out. So it's going to go on looking like it's going to be full coverage and then dry pretty transparent. And I'm okay with that. Oh, I kind of like it. Not going to lie, I kind of like it. It's kind of a hot mess too, but that's okay. Okay. Let's let this dry and come back to it. Okay, so we've got the chaos in the background going on here. We're going to get back in here and try to clean up this shark a bit. Oh, yeah, I like that. So, going to come back over the shark here. And this line is definitely going to be darker. This line is going to be darker. Okay, the remora has a streak here across his face. So let's put that in. The remorse body back here is a little bit darker. We're going to put that in. The remorse tail is a little bit darker. We're going to put that in. So I'm going to get these colors down like this, and then I'm going to come back in with some of the pencils and kind of clean up some of these lines. It'll be good. It'll be okay. I think, anyway. We'll see. We'll see. Never 100% know how it's going to turn out. Let me kind of clean my brush off here. Look at that. And then we just kind of come in and start blending. Oh, wow. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I like it. Look how all that color just reactivates and blends beautifully into what we're attempting to create here. And I'm going to take some of my brush and go back over that and remove some of that color. Ooh, yeah, okay. Again, if you hear noise in the background, that's the cats in the studio. They're just exploring everything they can possibly explore. They think it's very exciting to get to be in here right now. You know, so I feel like we come back in with the paint pen and we highlight all these things, and it'll be just so pretty. So pretty. Yeah, I think it's going to be good. What do you see there? What do you think? It's not terrible. I don't hate it. Going to darken this shadow a little bit more. This one's wild. I just don't know what to say about it. It's wild. It's wild. So I'm kind of wondering, I know I just keep coming back to it, but I'm kind of wondering if I should lighten some of this up down here. Maybe not. I don't know. Goodness. I may have overcomplicated this. I'm actually playing with the paint I made right now. We're testing colors. Oh, I like that a lot. I like all those color transitions there a lot. Let's see if we can add some highlights to this shark now. Let's just come in here and start, you know. And then I'm going to come over it with the colored pencil. So don't stress out that he looks kind of crazy. And I love the metallic paint, so I'm just going to keep kind of playing in it until I get what I want. What is that looking like? Not terrible. Okay. Might not be terrible at all. Might be pretty good. Who knew? So I'm going to let this dry. And then we're going to come back in with some colored pencils and finish this up. We're almost done. Okay, so we're all dry. I'm going to put the paint away. Going to finish with some pencils and see where we're at with it. Cool gray. Let's come in here and start defining some of this a little bit more. That's really all it needs. It just needs a little more definition, and it can be super loose. I'm okay with this being far from perfect. This has been an experiment in color for me, and I'm going to come in here. I'm going to take this 90% cool gray and go around his the gills. I'm going to come down here and put a little bit of it down here. Underneath this, we're going to put a little bit of it here on this remora. So we're going to put a little bit of it down here, just on the, kind of on the edges of these fins here. Okay, a little bit on this fin. Again, we're just going back in and giving him a little bit of definition here, because I got a little messy with the paint, and that's okay. This is just a case study. This is just a study. Okay, we got that there, got that there. Looks like there's a little bit of, there's going to be a little bit of this here. Maybe there's some down here on the bottom part of his tail. A little bit of darker color here. Definitely some darker color right in through here, probably. I find that as I get into these books, the illustrations get better. I kind of find my groove, and I don't quite feel like I have my groove yet, but I'm happy to continue trying to find it. So we've gone around his eye just a touch, and I'm barely touching here. I know we're going to have some shadowy areas here, some kind of indentations. Gonna come down and just make the idea of some more color variation down here on his sides, and some color variation here on this part of his side. Gonna kind of come up. And the thing is that when you put the paint down before you do the colored pencil and you do the pencil on top, it kind of gives it a little bit of a rougher foundation. Now I'm going to take that blender, that colorless blender, and I'm going to come in here and just kind of work some of that color back up into it, just a touch. Kind of smooth some of this out just a little bit, so I can see what I've got going on here. liking it. I'm liking it. Okay, I want a blue, but I kind of feel like I want this Mediterranean blue. Could be the wrong color. Let's see. No, it's not terrible. I don't hate it. Okay, and I think I want some of this blue back here on his tail. Oh, definitely. Blue back here is good. Okay, that's good. Okay. Where are we at? Oh, that's looking much better. All right. Well, I don't want to spend hours and hours and hours on these illustrations because that's not what these lessons are about. So I'm going to come in with this muted turquoise, and I'm going to just put the muted turquoise over the shark back this way here. And there's a little bit of white color there, and then I'm going to grab some of this French gray, and I'm going to come in and I'm going to put some French gray here and here with the French gray and here, and I'm just going to make some pretty stout marks right through the middle of this shark. Like, I know that that's going to be highlighted and that's going to be highlighted, and see how it's starting to all kind of come together now? I'm going to have a little bit of a highlight here on his dorsal fin, just a little bit of one. Might have gotten a little too crazy with that, but that's okay. Always can be adjusted. The goal is always to work it out here, and then when you go to do it for real on a canvas or a board, you've got your plan of attack down and you know what you're doing. Look at that sage green, that jade green actually, that jade green going down so smoothly there for the shark's face. I love that. Ooh, that's really pretty. I like that a lot. Actually, I like the jade over all of it. Goodness. Yeah, let's just do some more of that. That smooths out all of our kind of scribbly marks that we've made. Makes everything look a little more cohesive. How's that looking? There we go. Okay, so now I feel like I kind of want to come in, add some more highlights, maybe a little highlight in the eye, a little highlight back here, a little highlight here. I'm just kind of guessing where things would be at this point, watermarks and all of that. So guessing that, you know, this part would be a little bit lighter, this part would be a little bit lighter. And we see we've got all these other different colors under here that we're just blending out now with these higher valued colors. We're just blending everything together on the belly of the shark. So it's going to read like white, even though it's really blues, grays, and purples. And some sagey greens, but, you know. I also need to go back in with, I'm going to grab the 70% cool gray, and I'm going to come back in and I'm going to add this shadow back in because I've lost this shadow underneath his pectoral fin a little bit. Just going to touch that up just a skosh, just a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit of color to this here. This guy's got some, you know, he's going to have some shadows underneath him too, so we don't want to leave him out. Don't want to neglect the remora. And again, y'all, I'm no expert with the colored pencils, but this is how I would work it out to get ready to do a painting. So I would try to get my colors all together beforehand, and this is how I would go about it. These books are for practice, not perfection, and they help me be a better artist. And I know that they'll do the same for you if that's what you're looking for. Oh, I'm actually really liking this now. Okay, I'm gonna make his pectoral fin a little bit stronger here, color-wise. There we go. So it comes out a little bit more, and I want some of his spots back here to be a little bit more prevalent. A little bit more prevalent on the spots. Where is my paint pen? Let's get some paint pen doohickeys done here. Let's see. I know there's going to be, wow, that scared me. That was my jar lid popping there. Okay. I am just going to make some doodles here with the white gel pen because I just don't really know what else to do with it on this particular piece. This piece wasn't, for me, it wasn't about where the light was coming from or anything else. It was about playing in this background color just to see. And I'm still not, satisfied with the background color. I'm just not going to keep working on it though. I mean, I've got the whole rest of the book to play in and illustrate, and I will learn how to get that done as I get into the rest of this. So I kind of want to make it feel like there's a little bit of lights coming on there. So I'm just drawing, and then I'm taking my finger and I'm dabbing it. I don't know if that's, the best way to handle it or not. I really couldn't tell you, but that's how I'm doing it. So a little bit of reflective light there, a little bit of light up here maybe. Because no matter how deep he is, you're still going to see some of those like water ripples. I'm obsessed with the water ripples. I just love them. I think it adds so much character to a piece. So I'm always kind of trying to figure that out. So let's see if we can kind of want to round this out a little bit. Here it feels a little flat to me. And again, I'm just coming in with the pen and then touching it with my finger, trying not to over smudge. It's kind of cool though, huh? Okay. So, I'm going to make some dotties on this. I can't let this background go. I don't know why. It's kind of fun. Okay, I'm gonna sign it because I'm just playing in the paint at this point, and I'm not really making any strides at it being better. I'm just continuing to play, and this is the part where you could just keep going and going and going. Adding a little more white to the remora here. See, just like this. I'm like, maybe the remora needs a little more work. Maybe this needs a little more work. Maybe that needs a little more work. Maybe I need a few little dots on his pectoral fin. Nope. Love Rio. there we go. Signed, sealed, delivered. We're done. All right, y'all. So let's pick this up so you can see in the screen. I'm going to try to see all the colors. It's a little chaotic, but I kind of like it. I've learned something. In hindsight, I wish I would have left this white over here, because I think that would have been a cooler image. So, but I'm okay with it. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. Okay. There you have it. Tiger shark in the books.
All right, tiger shark in the books. It almost looks like it's snowing in the ocean. Don't ask. I don't know. I don't know what I did. I just kept touching it with the paint pen and just got crazy with it. I do, however, kind of think that it's cool. So we'll see. All right, let's let it dry completely. Thanks for joining me in the studio. Until next time, I'll see you on the next page. Peace out.